and welcome to part 3 of our magazine review on the very last print edition of Fast Car magazine, issue 438. So we're currently just over halfway through now this magazine, and we're now looking at the Opel Kadett. So let's have a look at this car in more detail. Check out the spoiler there. Custom, I'm guessing that's a fuel filler cap maybe. And here we go here. What an amazing car, colour wise as well. Now this Opel Kadett is not powered by an Opel engine, it's powered by the Volvo 850 T5 engine. This has 406 brake horsepower and 406 pounds-feet of torque. Apparently it's got ample power to rearrange your face. Wheel wise, it's got 17-inch Japan Racing JR6 rims. Moving over to the next feature page. Again, we've got a nice stripped out wild interior. And this is an estate car. The build has been grown and developed, and the cars just kept getting more and more extreme. The spoiler was custom made. And the custom rear end houses the race fuel cell. So let's have a look at this Opel Kadett's tech spec. So it's a 2.3 litre 20 valve 5-cylinder turbo from a Volvo 850 T5. It's got a Hallset HX35 turbo, 50mm wastegate, custom 3-inch turbo back stainless exhaust system. It's got standalone ECU, 1000cc Bosch injectors, custom homemade inlet and exhaust manifold. It's got a Volvo 740 aluminium radiator, custom homemade aluminium fuel cell. The gearbox is a BMW E46 320D manual gearbox with a welded clutch housing, short shift. And it's got a Volvo 240 rear axle with 75% lock-in diff and diff cooler. It's got KWV free coilovers, custom homemade upper and lower wishbones with uniballs, 4-linked rear custom chassis. Braking wise, it's powered by a Volvo S60R Brembo 4-pot front calipers with 330mm discs. On the rear, it's an S60R rear disc setup, hydraulic handbrake. We've mentioned the wheels. Exterior wise, it's lightweight composite doors and tailgate, composite bonnet, homemade vents, HP fibre wheel arch extensions, XPC styling front spoiler, custom Lex and windows, custom homemade adjustable aluminium rear spoiler, rear bumper welded to the body, modified front valance for intercooler and brake cooling. Interior wise, it's Sabelt bucket seats, L-Tech 6-point harnesses, custom roll cage, custom homemade dash, L-Tech steering wheel, AIM Technologies solo digital dash display, and it's also got a kill switch. So there you go, that is one mental Opel Kadett. Moving on to the next page, we have G-Technic EC Easy Coat. Detail and product. And on this page, over this double page spread, we have 10-minute tech about superchargers. So, what is a supercharger? What does it do? Are superchargers all the same? What are superchargers made of? What is a supercharger? Why is a supercharger a good route to gaining power? How do superchargers differ to turbochargers? How important is it to get the right type of supercharger for your application? What are the main limitations or downsides of superchargers. What other mods should you consider when installing a supercharger? Why don't more car manufacturers use supercharger technology? And other than ensuring you get the right one for your application, what are the most important things to look out for when buying a supercharger? So TTS Performance, I've answered these questions for you, and I won't go into detail. I'll just give you the basic questions. Our next feature car is a Skoda Fabia VRS. Now, Scottish car enthusiasts and Trains TV know all about Skoda Fabia VRSs because I've had one in the past. Mine was a lemon yellow example, and it's one of the cars I regret selling. So, let's have a wee look at this Harlequin inspired Fabia VRS. So, kickstarting off with this Fabia VRS is these absolutely stunning 1552 Deltona wheels. Bring a motorsport vibe to the rainbow coloured VRS. Again, because it's a sort of VAG style car, it's got the old air ride. Interior wise, I'm not actually too sure if they're actually Fabia VRS seats, but we'll find out a wee bit about them. So, where did the Skoda VRS come from? So many years ago, Skoda was basically the butt of many jokes. So why do Skodas have rear screen heaters? To keep your hands warm when pushing them. So all these generations of lame dad jokes kept beleaguered Czech's brand in shackles throughout the 1980s. But this all changed when Skoda became the fourth brand of the Volkswagen Group in 1994, basically offering VW quality cars at lower prices. And in 2001, Skoda launched the Octavia VRS, first of new GTI style cars from the Volkswagen Group. So basically, if you wanted a Mark IV Golf but at a cheaper price, you could go walk into your local Skoda dealership, buy a slightly bigger Octavia VRS, which sort of fitted between the Golf and the Mondeo, with a 1.8 turbo engine, and you'd basically pay something just under, if I mind right, it was something like under £14,000 for an Octavia VRS. But in 2003, Skoda changed the world of performance cars, or performance hot hatches, by offering a diesel in a little hatchback. Now, diesel cars, we assume, wouldn't be up there with performance hot hatches. Not back in 2003 anyway. But Skoda gave the Fabia VRS a playful chassis, and basically they used the old proven 1.9 turbo diesel and stuck 130 horsepower on it. And what made it so much fun was the torque. So people were then cotton on to the ideas and buying these wee turbocharged Fabia VRSs because one, they were an economical wee car, and it also offered bundles of performance. You could get these up to scary power figures. For example, mine was 167 brake horsepower, just with a tuning box alone. And nowadays, these seem to be the popular car of choice now among the younger generation looking for maybe like a first or second car. Hot hatch, is that they're picking Fabia VRSs and mapping them or putting tuning boxes on them and going for it. There's an old saying for the Fabia VRS, is that it pulls like a train. Well, they certainly do. So let's continue to have a wee look at this car in more detail. So having a look at the tech spec for this car, I did mention it was a 1.9 litre PDI TDI engine. It's got a PD150 head, a PD150 turbo and head bolts, an Airtex air filter, silicon hoses. It's got a 2.5-inch straight-through Jetex exhaust system. This car has been remapped to 188 brake horsepower at 292 pounds-feet of torque. Another feature of Fabia VRS was a 6-speed manual gearbox, and this example has airlift performance suspension with V2 management. Another popular upgrade for the Fabia VRS braking wise was the Octavia 312mm front brake upgrade. That was back in the day a popular modification. We've already mentioned the wheels. Exterior, it's wrapped in assorted supergloss metallic shades from CSK Wraps. Front number plate recess has been smoothed and flushed. It's been debadged and smoothed boot lid. Interior wise, it's got the half leather VRS Octavia seats, boost gauge double din Pioneer audio system, boot build including an air tank, 2 JBL subs, floors relayed in matching fabric, handmade airlift control handle, an ashtray, rear lights, wiper delete, LED front fog lights, shark fin aerial, bonnet vents and wind deflectors. So there you go. There is a Fabia VRS. And I think now is the time to get one of these wee cars, because I think they're going to start to go up in value very soon. Because these are the cars, as well as the Octavia VRS, that have really put Skoda onto the best footing nowadays. It's just a shame we don't currently offer a VRS in the Mark III and the brand new Fabia that's out at the moment. The reasoning behind that was due to Volkswagen not wanting a GTI competitor like the Polo. So if you're looking for an affordable, cheap, small hatchback, a wee bit of performance, then have a wee look around at the Skoda Fabia VRS. Moving on, we have Protura Sport Davanti tyres, and there's Sir Chris Hoy. Basically moved it from bikes and is now the Protura Sport brand ambassador. Moving on next, we have a double page spread on nitrous oxide, probably made famous by Vin Diesel and Brian O'Connor from Fast and Furious, where it was danger to the manifold. So this is just basically a guide on how does nitrous oxide come about, how does nitrous oxide work, can you put nitrous on any car, and basically giving your engine more oxygen to burn, which in turn allows more fuel to burn and creates more power. So there we go. What are the main components of a nitrous kit? Bottle and bracket, arm and switches and triggers, injectors, lines for the oxide to run through, distribution blocks, solenoids, and different kits. So you have your dry kit and you have a wet kit, direct port or single injector, sorry. Custom nitrous common nitrous questions. Can I use nitrous with a turbo? How do I work out what size injectors to use? Nitrous and the law. How easy it is to install? What are the advantages of nitrous and the disadvantages? Do I need to upgrade my fuel pump or carburetors? And nitrous myths. Nitrous will blow up your engine. It only lasts 10 seconds. It makes your engine rev that much higher. Your engine will wear out much sooner. And nitrous is flammable, explosive and dangerous. So there's some common myths for you. And if you want to get some accessories for your nitrous oxide, you can have a bottle warmer, purge kit, controllers. And we're going to end part 3 on this Ford Performance. Turbo Smart. Unlock more power with Turbo Smart. So there we go. I'd just like to thank you for watching this video. Part 4 will be uploaded in due course, and I'll catch you soon. Farewell.